I don't care, baby, by the way, because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. You come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold back. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why, because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, I care nothing. Bring me down, the level's too high. Bring me down, I care nothing. Bring me down, let me tell you. Bring me down, you care nothing. Bring me down, the level's too high. Bring me down, you care nothing. Bring me down, because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey yeah, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Now that is one happy group of graduates. Everyone, please take your seats. Now that is an entrance. Thank you all. Clearly the energy is high because the amount of love and enthusiasm we have for this class of students is off the charts. So let's begin our joyous 2022 White Coat Ceremony. All right. So friends, family, loved ones, and distinguished guests, Dean Paul Russo, our CATS administration, and of course, our graduates. On behalf of the faculty from the Graduate Program for Medical Speech-Language Pathology, including Professor Julia Agosto, Professor Andrew Chrysler, Dr. Troy Clifford Dargan, Dr. Michaela Medved, Dr. Elizabeth Malowski. Not with us this afternoon, Professor Dylan Mandel, Professor Brittany Palmer, Dr. Laura Sylvia, Professor Rita Rosenman. And me, humbly, Dr. Marissa Barrera, Assistant Dean of Health Sciences and our SLP Program Director. I officially welcome you to the 2022 White Coat Ceremony celebrating all of the accomplishments of Cohort 5. Please allow me to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Malowski, distinguished faculty member and advisor to the Yeshiva University chapter of the National Student Speech Language Pathology Hearing Association, Dr. M.
Good afternoon. When I originally wrote this, I'm like, I need to change that. It's not morning anymore. Good morning. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Malowski, and I would like to welcome the faculty, Dean Russo, Katz School Administration, graduates, and esteemed guests to the 2022 White Coat Ceremony. This is for our graduate program in speech-language pathology at Yeshiva University's Katz School of Science and Health. Before the formality of the festivities begin, I want to take a moment to reflect upon how you, Cohort 5, arrived at this ceremony here today. Let's talk about numbers. 5 semesters, 33 classes, 3 off-campus externships, a mean number of 527 clinical clock hours, and an ongoing global pandemic. I can safely state that half, if not more of you, have jobs waiting for you just a few days after graduation. You did not sign up for an online program, but boy, did you all persevere. You have been flexible and determined to complete your degree on time, and you've rolled with all of the changes in live time. And we, the faculty, could not be any prouder. You have all grown and matured in ways that nobody knew was possible. We are confident you will go out into the world and be the best speech pathologist that you can be. In summation, don't be a stranger. We want to hear about all your ongoing accomplishments, and don't forget, YU will always be your home. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Malowski. This morning, the faculty is pleased to present the Clinical Key, the Academic Key, and the Advocacy Awards to 3 members of the graduating class. These awards recognize and honor individuals in the program who have demonstrated exceptional leadership, scholastic achievement, and clinical success. Shari? Oh, John has them. Thank you. Our first award recipient. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Rocio Ayala, the 2022 recipient of the Advocacy Award. Let's take a picture. Okay, take your time.
Well, hello guys, we're here. Alrighty, so I just want to start with saying it is an honor to have been nominated for this award. And I would like to thank our wonderful professors here at Yeshiva University for preparing us to move and take on whatever challenge may come our way. I would also like to take this moment to thank the real picture behind my success, my family and my friends. Wait, I'm not done yet. Thank you for being the mother I could not be for that moment. You were my motivation to continue. Even when I felt like I had no more fight in me. Sorry. And to my husband and children, I cannot wait to begin enjoying our success. And last but not least, to my parents, hardworking, mechanic, and housekeeper. Los quiero mucho y gracias por todo. At the beginning of graduate school, graduation day seemed so distant. The thoughts of failure lingered deeply within. Yet, here we are, guys. All the weeks, months, and years of perseverance finally are paying off. However, as you begin your journey, remember the struggles and the mistake which have guided and inspired you to continue to achieve your dreams. Tonight, when you look in the mirror, I hope for you to see yourself as I see you today, inspiring and empowering speech language pathologists ready to make a change. Congratulations, Cohort 5. We did it.
All right. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Kayla Sullivan, the 2022 recipient for the Key of Clinical Excellence.
Thank you, Dr. Barrera, for the kind introduction. My name is Kayla Sullivan, and I am honored to receive the Clinical Key of Excellence Award. I'm sincerely grateful for this recognition, and I'm so appreciative of the opportunities afforded by YU. Admittedly, entering the program, like starting anything new, produced feelings of uncertainty and anxiety, not to mention any COVID-related anxieties. As the academic year progressed, the uncertainty and anxiety gave way to excitement and anticipation. For the last 2 years, I have taken courses that have prepared me in various sectors of this field and allowed me to gain a broad and deep knowledge of the field of speech pathology. I've had the fortune to develop career skills by working with numerous speech pathologists in addition to undertaking 3 externships. The most recent one was at a Chinese bilingual school in Manhattan, thanks to Professor Chrysler. And yes, I even learned the importance of keeping my camera on during Zoom classes. Yeah. It's nearly inconceivable that 2 years ago, I was an admitted student and now stand before you about to graduate. The 2 years, to use that familial expression, had just flown by due to the seemingly endless activities of being a full-time student combined with a full-time externship. The challenges occasionally seemed overwhelming, especially with the medically intensive coursework. The medical courses, including neuromotor speech disorders, pediatric swallowing, and head and neck cancer, is extremely unique to YU, and in retrospect has allowed me to explore career paths I otherwise may not have had the opportunity to explore on my own. In addition to YU's medically focused curriculum, I also had the opportunity to take courses that prepared me to the work with children and adolescents in a school setting, which has always been my primary career interest. While still being intent on being a school-based clinician, this program has given me the ability and confidence to serve as a clinician in any setting. I could not have accomplished this without the help of my friends, family, supervisors, and professors. Thank you, Dr. B, for initiating a curriculum that prepared us to be skilled clinicians. Thank you, Dr. Malowski, for being a knowledgeable and helpful advisor and my support system throughout grad school. And thank you, Professor Chrysler, for providing thoughtful and invaluable placement opportunities. And finally, thank you to my parents and brother for believing in me and being a constant source of encouragement and support. To Cohort 5, I am so proud of everything we have accomplished at YU over these last 2 years. I am sure, like you, eagerly looking forward to exercising our newly developed professional skills. Thank you again for the Clinical Key of Excellence Award.
All right, certainly last but not least, please join me in congratulating Dr. Jennifer White, the 2022 recipient for the Academic Key of Excellence with a 3.99999 GPA. Dr. Jennifer White.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for this award. I am very honored to receive it. I would like to thank many people for this, including my professors, who not only enabled me to succeed, but were there with understanding and encouragement all throughout. I would also like to thank my fiance, Mark, without whom I would have slept much less. I would have eaten probably only peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and scrambled eggs, and I would have enjoyed the journey to finishing this degree so much less. So thank you so much. As I've pursued this degree, I've heard from supervisors and other professionals expressions of sympathy for our studying during a pandemic and how difficult it must be. And while I know that that was intended as a kind gesture from them and understanding, in my opinion, rather than any kind of sympathy, we deserve praise for what we've been able to accomplish and for what we've done. We have developed and honed a skill set that includes so much flexibility, an ability to roll with the punches. We are resilient, and I'm very proud of us for that. We are also extremely creative and innovative. We have wonderful problem-solving skills, and we have these skills in unique portion because of the time and the situation in which we received our degrees. So we will carry these with us with pride into our profession, and we will show them the kind of people and clinicians that we have grown into through all of this hard work. So I'm very honored to have a place in cohort 5. Congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations again to all of our award recipients. Please allow me to introduce distinguished Professor Andrew Chrysler, faculty member, CATS clinical director extraordinaire, therapist, mentor. He wears many hats, and today he will be presenting our Clinical Education Awards, Professor Chrysler.
Wow, we made it. You're all much taller in person. Wow. No. Teaching in a clinical setting requires healthcare providers to artfully integrate education into patient care experiences. It's not an easy feat, and it often goes completely unrecognized. These people volunteer to teach our students. They take them into their hospitals, into their clinics, into their schools, and they teach them voluntarily. Today, the Excellence in Clinical Supervision Awards we honor 2 clinicians who have skillfully trained, inspired, and created a positive learning environment, demonstrating leadership to the faculty, students, and clinical staff, patients, and their families. It says I'm supposed to get an award. I'll just take over. The recipient of the 2022 Award of Excellence in Supervision is Ms. Nadia Ansari. Thank you for your extraordinary service, commitment to the clinical education at CATS School, and congratulations. By the way, I send all of my bilingual Spanish students to Nadia. She's spoken to most of you, right? Yeah. Okay. Nadia.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Awesome, thank you. All right. Okay, thank you so much for this award. I truly am honored, and I feel so much appreciation towards the graduating students that I've worked with, and of course to the entire Yeshiva clinical education team. So thank you so much for all your support. So very briefly, over the past couple very difficult years in this pandemic. It's shown an overwhelming need for compassion and this possibility to be able to adapt, and then also the continuous call for advocacy. Those things, I think, are also very necessary skills and requirements for a speech-language pathologist. And so I'm certain that you guys all attain that. And if you ever happen to encounter more unprecedented times, which I hope you don't, but just know that you have the education and the skill set to face it. So thank you again to my students who have taught me so much in my mentorship experience with you all. And thank you again to Yeshiva's faculty. Congratulations. Thank you.
Our second award is the recipient of the 2022 Preceptor of the Year is Ms. Lisa Robiteau. Our faculty and students value your contributions, mentorship, and clinical education experience you have selflessly provided. Please accept this award as our way of saying thank you for the extraordinary and exemplary clinical education, time, and energy you have graciously shared with the Yeshiva University students and our staff. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you. I'm truly appreciative to the speech department of Yeshiva University for honoring me with this award. 30 years ago, I was right where each of you are today. Smart, hopeful, ambitious, excited. But little did I know that after my CF year, I would never have a job. This year's Preceptor of the Year award is given to someone that doesn't have a job. And I never really wanted a job. So over the last 29 years, I have continued learning, developing my professional skills, securing multi-million-dollar government contracts, personally servicing over 10,000 clients, serving as a clinical supervisor, mentoring graduate students and clinical fellows. And it's a lot of work, but it's never a job. It is a career. That's the choice that I made 30 years ago. And I make that choice every single day. Choosing this field as a career instead of just choosing it as a job. So my wish for each of you today is that you choose this field as a career. And I don't think that you'll ever regret it. Congratulations and good luck.
I also have to say, I know when you graduated, and I know when you can become supervisors. So I will be calling each and every one of you at that time. Thank you.
Congratulations to our Clinical Supervision Award recipients. It is with a warm heart that I introduce faculty members Dr. Michaela Medved and soon-to-be Dr. Julia Agosto, who will be sharing the significance of this amazing white coat. Ladies.
Okay. You may be asking yourself, what is a white coat? In healthcare, a white coat symbolizes professionalism, caring, trust, and authority. A white coat is conferred on graduating students as it marks the transition of study of preclinical skills to clinical health sciences. Today, each CAT student will receive their first white coat. Symbolizing their commitment to the delivery of clinical services and marking the start of their professional journey.
She's gonna make me cry now.
Without further hesitation, it is with great pride that we commence the presentation of white coats to the graduate clinicians of the class of 2022. Dr. Dargan and Professor Palmer will assume the honor of calling of the names.
Joining us on the stage is Mr. Simon Jaffe, Program Administrator, who will assist in the honor of the white coats, and Dr. Troy Clifford Dargan.
Daniela Abramov. Sadiqa Ali. Dashane Allen. Caitlin Arcos. Rocio Ayala. Diana Babaeva. Jennifer Bonilla. Paola Cayetano. Johnny Centurion. Rosemarie Colon. Jade Cuesta. Ariane Datuan. Nona Davis. Aaron Driscoll. Marsha Furman. Carmina Garcia. Elissa Gocio. Alicia Greer. I'd like to introduce Professor Brittany Palmer.
Cameron Jones. Elisheva Kerner. Caroline Kogler.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Andrea Moreno.
Your moment. Okay? Of course. Ah, you made it.
Daniela Murkayeva. Alexandra Nappy.
And then one for your family.
We're a family. You get it. Thank you, Simon.
Obehi Oriaki.
Now you and your husband both have white coats.
Yes.
Penny Yoda Panapakides.
Greek style. Mwah. Mwah.
There we go.
Congratulations, sweetheart.
Michelle Ripa.
Congratulations, sweetheart. This is such a moment. Fix your college. Fix your college. You want this to be perfect.
Thank you, Simon.
Giovanni Roper. Morgan Rossman.
The crowd. There they are. Hold on, let's fix it. Got real crying going on.
Rochelle Shmishkovich.
What?
Right over there. Love you guys. Hi, family. Nicolette Spitaleri. Oh, they're back. Okay. All right. Family. Good job, sweetheart. Congratulations for everything. Kayla Sullivan. Allison Tejada. Chrismel Vera. Avital Yushevaev. Congratulations to our new graduates. You did it! Woo!
Great job. Yes.
There you go.
A remarkable group of men and women. I think we can all agree. Congratulations. You can all take a seat. Thank you so much. Try to keep my composure. And I won't. That's because we care. Okay. All right. Congratulations, clinicians. You are no longer graduates, but you have been welcomed into this fellowship. It is with great pride that I congratulate you for not only earning your Master's of Science, but for entering a field in which for the 10th year in a row has been identified as one of the top 5 healthcare careers in the country. Number 3 to be exact. I warmly welcome you to our community, a fellowship of like-minded individuals who share a common set of beliefs, interests, and goals. As speech-language pathologists, we are part of a much larger community of medical professionals, and with that fellowship comes sincere responsibility to ensure that you always provide the very best clinical care to each and every one of your patients. Professor Chrysler is also giving you the... We know you can do it. I know we know that each of you will continue to bring pride to Yeshiva University and the CAT School as you become remarkable leaders for future cohorts. We are counting on you to become adjuncts, clinical supervisors, and stay with the Yeshiva University family. So in closing, listen very carefully. Work hard and stay humble. And remember that true leaders do not create followers, they create more leaders. So congratulations. So friends, family, loved ones, administrators, and of course, clinicians. This will conclude our 2022 White Coat Ceremony. On behalf of all of the faculty and the CAT School of Science and Health, we thank you for joining us for this very joyous and monumental celebration. So, in Hebrew, they say Mazel Tov, but in Greek, we say Haronia Pala! All students, please join us on stage for a faculty photo, and then we will begin our processional.
I used to think maybe you loved me, now baby I'm sure. And I just can't wait till the day that you knock on my door. Now every time I go for the mailbox, gotta hold myself down. 'Cause I just can't wait till you write me you're coming around. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. And don't it feel good? Hey, all right now. And don't it feel good? Hey, all right now.
I used to think maybe you loved me, now I know it's true. And I don't want to spend my whole life just waiting for you. Now I don't want you back for the weekend, not back for the day. 'Cause baby, I just want you back and I want you to stay. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. I'm walking on sunshine, whoa. And don't it feel good? Hey, all right now. And don't it feel good? Hey, all right now.
I feel the love, I feel the love, I feel the love that's really real.
I feel the love, I feel the love, I feel the love that's really real.
I feel the love, I feel the love, I feel the love that's really real. I feel the love, I feel the love, I feel the love that's really real. Sunshine, I'm walking on sunshine.